Alright, so let's talk about some movies I watched. A lot of these being Halloween themed because that holiday uh, just came and went with a whimper this year, honestly. At my grandparents' neighborhood where I was staying for the weekend, there's just older kids out and they stopped at 8. There was barely any trick or treaters. And I didn't see anybody out, and I just watched some horror movies. And it was so much of a bummer that after about 9 o'clock, I just went to bed. So I only watched a few movies. But let's start with the first one I watched, Alien. Alien is great, but I consider this well, I don't consider it. It is a horror movie. It's more of a horror movie than a sci-fi movie, and I watched it. Great movie, amazing cinematography. Interesting enough, I watched this a few years ago, and I don't remember it being this slowly paced of a movie, but I actually really admire that now when I watch it more than I did back then. It's a great movie. Then I watched Frankenweenie. It's not a great Burton film. It is a decent one. My issue comes down to this film of the fact that, well, the ending ruins the whole film. The whole film was that he brought his dog back to life, and even the dad says, like, that's kind of messed up. There's some weird moral implications there. And then at the end, spoilers, he dies again because of some accident in the movie I don't want to go into. But he gets revived. So what's the point of the story? Like, what's the message here? It just ruins it, and I absolutely hate the ending. I think it's the worst thing about the movie. Nightmare Before Christmas, I watched that also. I watch this every year around Halloween time. Love this movie. Expect a review for this pretty soon. I'm going to be reviewing all 5 Home Alone movies soon. Yes, all 5 of them. There are 5. I also will be reviewing all the Gremlins movies and Nightmare Before Christmas, all in preparation for Christmas. So, stay tuned for all that. That's all starting Thursday. I haven't decided what I'm going to start with, but I love this movie. I watch this every year. It's a beautifully animated movie. The score is great. It's my second favorite movie of all time. I consider it more of a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie. That's why I'm reviewing it closer to Christmas and not during the Halloween season. Also, you guys got a lot of Halloween reviews this season. And then I saw this, and I also reviewed this, along with Alien, too. I reviewed Alien. I love Halloween. It's so good. I love it. Classic. So good. If you want to hear my further thoughts on it, there's a review. And then I watched Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery. Cause Jabba. It's such a funny movie. I love Austin Powers. The third one's the weakest, but who cares? I'm gonna watch the other 2 probably pretty soon here. Then I rewatched Into the SpiderVerse, my favorite Spider-Man movie. Such a great movie. Incredible cinematography, incredible visuals, funny, heartwarming, all the above. The soundtrack's great, with some weak moments, but still great. And just such a great movie. Get it in 4K. Watch it. I don't care. Do something with it because it is amazing. And then I watched Blues Brothers for the first time. It was good. I liked it. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's not like a life-changing film. But I absolutely loved it, though. And then I watched WreckIt Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it! I hate the sequel, but I'm gonna watch the sequel. I say I hate the sequel. I've never actually seen the sequel. I've seen like bits and pieces, parts of it, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole thing. I'm gonna do that for the first time. But I thought I'd watch this movie again because I love this movie. It's a great movie, one of my favorite Disney animated movies. And I think the only great film they've made this decade besides Zootopia, but even Zootopia has a lot of issues. So, I think it's the only genuinely great movie they've made this decade, honestly. Disney animated movies have been really sad this decade. But great movie, love it. So yeah, that's all the movies I watched. I'm thinking about rewatching the Star Wars movies pretty soon here. Check out my review for Rocky on my main channel, Command Studios. I'm going to review all the Rocky movies. Once every Monday, I'll review a new Rocky movie till we finish the whole series, and I'll probably move on to the Rambo series. So cool.